Associated Press.
This is very interesting, and it's being called a bold new attempt to get people to take better care of their children, their health, and their futures. And it's paying cash to do it. Now, this is a $50 million program for some low-income parents in New York. The question is, there are a couple, in fact. Can it work, and is it a good idea? ABC's Dan Harris investigates.
Today, Gerthel Davis opened a bank account and made $50. If she goes over her son's test scores, she'll get $25. And if she takes her son to the doctor, $200.
Sometimes people do need some type of encouragement, and so maybe this may be something that will say, wake them up.
The Davises are one of 5,000 low-income families enrolled in a new social experiment spearheaded and partly funded by New York's billionaire mayor Michael Bloomberg. These people will now be paid for doing lots of small things like getting a library card and attending school regularly that can make a big difference.
Some people look at this and say, whoa, you're paying people to do what they should be doing anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what's the question? Your statement of fact is correct, but that doesn't make it wrong. What is clear is these people aren't doing what we'd like them to do. And so if the only ways you can get them to do it is by paying them, is that better or worse than not having them do it at all?
It may, in fact, be worse, say some conservatives.
It's wrong to teach a parent that the reason that he or she follows his child's education is because it will provide an immediate payoff of 25 or 50 bucks. He should do that because it's in his child's interest.
Bloomberg says the government pays people and businesses to do things all the time. For example, tax breaks that encourage people to go to college or buy a home.
The incentives of using capitalism have worked at other levels, and nobody complains about that. Why not use those incentives to do the same thing here?
Bloomberg does not guarantee that this program will succeed.
It's interesting to hear you say you have no idea whether this is going to work.
If you go into and only do the things that you're sure will work, you will never do anything.
Given that poverty persists in this, the wealthiest nation on the planet, the mayor says, shame on us if we don't try something new. Dan Harris, ABC News, New York.
This is very controversial, very interesting. Yes, we'd like to say that your child should be enough to motivate you to always do the right thing.
It's not always the case for everyone.
For some, sometimes I guess it isn't.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Our weather seems terribly interesting as well. What is going on